Hey everyone, Austin with Training Tall, and you definitely can't tell on camera, but I'm 6'8", but Training Tall is all about giving you the tips and strategies to help you take your fitness and health above the average, no matter how tall you are. And welcome back to another rowing video. We're gonna be talking today about the PowerFit Air rowing machine. Now, many have reached out to me asking me, is this machine a good replacement or alternative to the Concept 2 Model D, or as it's called now, the RowErg? We're gonna take a look at that. We're gonna take a look at exactly what this PowerFit Air rowing machine has to offer, because at first glance, it looks just like a Concept 2, but is it gonna be worth the money? It's coming in at $850, while the Concept 2 comes in on its own at $900, so it's a little bit less expensive. But here's the deal. The PowerFit Air rowing machine, you're not gonna have to wait for that compared to the seemingly never-ending wait list for the Concept 2 RowErg. So let's take a look at this new PowerFit Air rowing machine, see what's up. We're gonna take a look at the details, its description, and then we're gonna watch the little YouTube video that accompanies it, and we're gonna kind of digest it together. So I'll give you all my thoughts and opinions on that. So with that, let's get right into taking a look at the webpage for the PowerFit Air rowing machine. Now, at first glance, like I mentioned earlier, this machine looks very much like a Concept 2, just from the eyeballs perspective. We look at the photos that they provide, we can see here that the air resistance mechanism, the fan, the plastic, the numbers on the sides for the resistance, all of this looks very Concept 2-ish. Now, the first thing that stands out to me that's very unconcept 2-ish is the monitor for this rowing machine. And this is the first thing that really scares me about this rowing machine, because with the Concept 2 Model D, one of the best things about, I keep saying Model D, it's called the RowErg now, but one of the best things about the RowErg is the monitor. The PM5 monitor that new Concept 2s come with is unmatched as far as the data, the analytics that it can provide, and the Concept 2 monitors and the machines themselves are the gold standard for how world records are tracked. Not only can do you get a lot of analytics on the monitor itself, as well as the variety to set and program a variety of different workouts, you can also connect it to the Erg Data app to upload your workouts to the Concept 2 logbook and connect with the community there. It really is, it's an amazing monitor. It's one of my favorite things about the Concept 2. And this machine here, this monitor, this looks like the kind of basic monitor that you find on a lot of the crappier, cheaper rowing machines. We're gonna get into what the monitor has to offer when we take a look at the video, but at first glance, this is the first big red flag, because the Concept 2 monitor is one of the biggest selling points that makes it such a valuable rowing machine. And anyone who's gotten into rowing understands that having a monitor that is reliable, that gives you the data that you need, the metrics you need, you can program the monitor to your workout needs, is essential for your growth and development and improvement as someone who's trying to pursue rowing for a variety of fitness goals. Last little image here that we're gonna look at, just looking at the seat and the foot plates. The foot plates are adjustable. That is a huge deal. That for me is a deal breaker on rowing machines. And it looks like here with the handle, they've got a little bit more of an ergonomic design. It looks like the handle has a little bit more of a bend to it. Looks a little bit longer as well compared to the Concept 2 handle, which longer handles, in my opinion, are better, because if anything, you can always just bring in your hands closer if you need to. It's good to have a nice wide grip when you're rowing to best activate your back muscles and to accommodate bigger users. I might have tall person bias, but that's just how I think. So it looks like a Concept 2. All right, let's get into the video, shall we? Heart rate recovery. See, like, what does that even mean? Like, when I see things like this on fitness websites, it's like, are you just trying to spit out words? Are you just saying words? What does heart rate recovery mean? Does that mean it's gonna display your heart rate? That's a good thing. Concept 2 can do that. This should be able to do that as well. Adjustable resistance from 1 to 10. Okay, so with Concept 2, it also has the 1 to 10 adjustment. However, when you look into the machine, you should understand that on a Concept 2, what determines your resistance is the drag factor, and there's a variety of variables that play into what the drag factor feels like. It's not just the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10, depending on how old your machine is, depending if there's dust in the fan, even the elevation that you're rowing at. All these things can affect the damper setting, the drag factor. And so when this just says resistance 1 to 10, Okay, the numbers are 1 to 10, but what is that resistance actually gonna feel like? We're gonna take a look at that in the video. Enough dilly-dallying, Austin. You're like, Austin, shut up. Let's watch the video, shall we? Let's do that, all right? Let's take a look here at their video that they put out.
PowerFit equipment. We just got in our new air rowers. Really cool feature about these rowers is that it's very comparable to the industry standard of the Concept 2.
Yes.
It has the same two-piece design. It has the same steel structure in the structural setting, and then it's also got a composite material for all the accessory pieces, which makes it for a very lightweight, very easy to move piece of cardio equipment.
Okay, so right off the bat, right there, we've got a good idea that it's made out of pretty much the same materials as the Concept 2 is. And if it's a two-piece machine, it breaks in half like the Concept 2, that's another big selling point, one of the best things about it. As far as the actual weight of this machine goes, did it say? I don't think it actually said the weight of the machine itself. No, it doesn't say that here. It just shows the dimensions. Okay, so we don't know if it's a little bit heavier or lighter than the Concept 2. My guess would be that it's a little heavier. That's just generally how the knockoffs tend to be. So let's get back into it here. Austin, shut up.
This is that it also has a very ergonomic handle.
Okay, yeah, so the handle looks way bigger.
Comfortable stroke and a grip when you're using the handle. It's got the full adjustable foot pedals. So once we get strapped in here.
Okay, can we appreciate this guy here? Can we appreciate his foot plate level? That's good, sitting the feet nice and low. At least he knows proper foot placement on the rower. Nice, man, nice.
I'll tell you a little bit about the screen. A lot of different features that it tells you on the screen. It's got preset intervals that you can set it for. It also has a Bluetooth connection for an external heart rate monitor.
Okay, we're gonna pause right here because this is actually a pretty good view of the screen, except for that little piece of plastic that's covering the top of it. Obviously, so it's a brand new machine. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna say this machine is probably something to avoid. Since it's around the same price as the Concept 2, right here we can see plain as day, this monitor is not going to offer the features that you're gonna get off the Concept 2 monitor. Again, one of the biggest selling points. We can see here, interval 20/10, interval 10/20. There's the heart rate recovery button again. Whatever the heck recovery heart mean, like what does that mean? I still don't know what that means. It's got Bluetooth connectivity. Okay, so I guess that's Bluetooth connecting for the heart rate, perhaps, for your phone. Like there's really no explanation there. My guess is that's the connect your heart rate monitor. So it's almost like these two buttons together should be like melded together. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's a total/reset. Like, guys, like that's it. That's all these function buttons are on the side. So there's no main menu. There's no setting. There's no specific programming for distances. You've got this 20/10, 10/20 stuff. Big red flags. Okay, so down here you got up mode and reset has the buttons on the bottom. Like the video doesn't dive into exactly what that means, but that's very weird. That's not good. That's not really allowing you to have many options with your monitor. Let's continue. Whoopsies, I just pressed the button.
It tells you how long you've been rowing for, tells you how long you've been rowing in distance.
Okay, wait a second. Okay, did you guys see that? Look very carefully here, look very carefully. Our friend here is not even lifting the handle to row. Look right up here in the top left. Look at the timer.
In distance, it'll
Do you see it?
Watts, it'll tell you calories burned.
It's ticking up.
Rowing. It even tells you.
Okay, the timer is ticking up and he's not even rowing. Red flag right away. That's not how it should be. If you wanted to row for 20 minutes and you set the monitor for 20 minutes or whatever and it just starts right away and it just, that's lame. That's not right. That's not how it should be. And we get a little bit of a better look here as far as what we can see here. I can't really tell, but let's listen again to what he said. I was too distracted by the numbers. Let's see exactly what the monitor is showing you. Let's try one more time.
It tells you how long you've been rowing for. Tells you how long you've been rowing in distance.
Okay, distance needed.
It'll tell you calories burned while you're rowing. It even tells you how many strokes per minute.
Okay, we got watts, calories, and strokes per minute. Watts is good because at least that's some sort of metric of your intensity, which is necessary. You need to know how hard, how much power, or what your pace is when you're rowing. Things like stroke rate, that is obviously important too. Distance, important. Time, those are givens. Those have to be on a machine no matter what. Watts, so far that's the only measure of intensity. Calories burned, it's just an arbitrary number that is just made up. That's what always calories burned is. I hate that metric. I'm sorry, I got a little passionate there. Red flags, where's the split per 500? Where's the split?
That you've been rowing for. And it also tells you the amount of total strokes that you've put into
Oh my God. The total number of strokes, completely unnecessary. I mean, maybe for very niche workouts, but okay, your stroke count number, like whatever. You know, there's a reason why the Concept 2 doesn't track how many strokes you've taken, because it doesn't really matter. What matters is something, again, like a metric, like the split per 500, the pace per 500. How are you supposed to set a 2,000 meter goal without having that number, without having access to that?
Session. It also has a damper setting on the right-hand side there, from 1 all the way to 10. That'll change a little bit of the resistance that goes into the rower.
A little bit of the resistance?
Climate conditions, as well as for people that are different builds, taller people, shorter people.
That doesn't really mean anything, but
fine-tune the settings on the rower to get a better stroke out of the rower. But it's got a chain driven wheel on the front.
Let's listen.
Makes for a very smooth, very easy row stroke.
Okay. Whoa. Okay, do you hear that? First off, that pitch is very high pitched. And do we see here how the needle here is in the middle of the machine? This brand new machine, it has the plastic on the monitor. Look how easy he's taking these strokes. Look very carefully, it's kind of hard to see. Watch how easy these strokes are. Watch how fast the chain moves.
For a very smooth, very easy row stroke.
Okay, that looks like a level 1 or 2 resistance on the Concept 2, and that thing's right in the middle, and it's a brand new machine. I've got a feeling that this machine does not produce the resistance that a brand new Concept 2 would be able to produce.
Wheels on the front, easy to move around. Go head on over to powerfitequipment.com and get yours today.
Okay. So there's our review, there's our general overview of the PowerFit air rowing machine. I'm gonna go ahead and say it right here. This machine is not gonna be worth it compared for the money that you're putting into it. I think you're gonna be, unfortunately, very disappointed with the monitor. I think the resistance settings on that are not gonna be comparable to the Concept 2. Sure, it's easy to break down. Sure, it's a lot better than a lot of the other crappy rowing machines that are out there. But if you're debating between this and the Concept 2, and it's simply a matter of you just don't want to wait for the Concept 2, you need to hold your horses. Like, this is, you're going to be disappointed that you put forth this money when you could have spent a little bit of extra money and a little bit of time and gotten the real quality, tried and true, tested Concept 2. So I'm going to say right here, this machine is probably not worth it, not comparable to the Concept 2. So if anyone is ever considering this, for those that reached out to me and for those that are also thinking about it, that is my opinion on this machine. Now, I haven't gotten a chance to use it personally, so there's that. But just from my outside perspective, my experience with rowing machines, this doesn't look like the machine that's going to be worth that $850, even if you can get it immediately. So I hope this little review, this video could help you out. Please let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you own the PowerFit air rowing machine? What do you think about it? Did you consider buying it at one point? Did you go with the Concept 2 instead? What rowing machine do you have? And do you like these style of videos where I'm just kind of sitting in the corner and talking over stuff? Please let me know. I enjoy making these kind of free-form style of videos, so please let me know all that and more, and thank you so much for your support. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my ebooks on my website, rowing training plans there, as well as personal coaching, form reviews, all of that and more, and my app, Just Row. So thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.